Throughout history, books have been a source of knowledge, inspiration, and enlightenment. But some books carry a darker legacy. These tomes have been banned, censored, and shrouded in mystery due to their forbidden content and sinister reputations. Today, we delve into the shadowy world of forbidden books with dark histories. From cursed manuscripts to controversial grimoires, these are the volumes that you were never meant to read. Our first book is perhaps one of the most infamous of all forbidden texts, the Necronomicon. Originally penned by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred in the 8th century, the Necronomicon is said to be a grimoire of immense power and terrifying secrets. According to legend, it contains dark rituals, summoning incantations, and the forbidden knowledge of ancient, malevolent deities. But is the Necronomicon real, or is it merely the product of a fertile imagination? The book first gained notoriety in the works of horror writer H.P. Lovecraft, who wove it into his mythos of cosmic horror. Lovecraft claimed that the book's true power could drive readers to madness, and that even possessing a copy could bring about misfortune. Several authors and publishers have produced books titled Necronomicon, claiming to be translations or interpretations of Lovecraft's fictional work. Some of these include The Necronomicon by Simon, published in 1977. This version claims to be a real ancient text and combines elements of Lovecraft's mythology with Sumerian mythology. The Necronomicon, the Book of Dead Names, a 1978 hoax by George Hay, featuring contributions from Colin Wilson and others, presenting it as a scholarly edition of Lovecraft's fictional work. Some occultists and conspiracy theorists claim the Necronomicon is a real, ancient text, hidden from the public. These claims lack credible evidence and are generally regarded as part of the mythology surrounding Lovecraft's creation. Despite its fictional origins, the Necronomicon has been the subject of much speculation and fascination. Some believe that there may be real versions of the book, hidden away in the collections of secretive occultists and dark scholars. Whether a true grimoire or a masterful work of fiction, the Necronomicon remains a symbol of forbidden knowledge. It continues to captivate the imaginations of those who dare to explore its dark pages, warning us all of the dangers that lurk within the unknown. So, would you dare to read it, knowing the risks? Or is it best left in the shadows, where its secrets can slumber undisturbed? Our next book is one of the most enigmatic manuscripts in history, the Voynich Manuscript. Discovered by antiquarian bookseller Wilfrid Voynich in 1912, this mysterious manuscript has baffled scholars and cryptographers for over a century. Its pages are filled with an unknown script, strange diagrams, and illustrations of plants that do not exist in any known botany. The origin and purpose of the Voynich manuscript remain a mystery. Written in an undeciphered language or code, it has resisted all attempts to understand its contents. Some believe it to be an alchemical guide, others a pharmacopoeia, and some even speculate it could be an elaborate hoax. Over the years, numerous experts have tried to crack its code, including top World War II codebreakers and modern computer scientists. Despite these efforts, the Voynich manuscript remains undeciphered, its secrets locked away in its indecipherable text. Adding to its mystique are the manuscript's otherworldly illustrations. Some depict strange, unearthly plants, while others show cosmological diagrams and zodiac symbols. These bizarre images only deepen the mystery, suggesting that the manuscript could be a guide to an unknown world or a reflection of a lost civilization's knowledge. Today, the Voynich Manuscript is housed at Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where it continues to intrigue and perplex scholars. Its pages remain a tantalizing puzzle, inviting us to uncover the secrets it holds. Is the Voynich Manuscript a treasure trove of lost knowledge, a masterful work of art, or an unsolvable enigma? As long as it remains unreadable, it will continue to fuel speculation and wonder. Our next book is a chilling relic from a dark period in history, the Malleus Maleficarum, also known as the Hammer of Witches. Written by Heinrich Kramer, a German Catholic clergyman, and first published in 1487, the Malleus Maleficarum is one of the most infamous books ever written. This treatise on witchcraft and demonology became the definitive guide for the identification, prosecution, and execution of witches during the height of the witch hunts in Europe. The book is divided into 3 sections. The first explains the existence of witchcraft. The second details how to identify witches, and the third provides guidelines for their trial and punishment. It asserts that witchcraft is heresy and must be eradicated, leading to the persecution and execution of countless innocent people. The influence of the Malleus Maleficarum was profound and far-reaching. It was endorsed by the Catholic Church and used extensively by both secular and ecclesiastical courts during the 16th and 17th centuries. Its fear-mongering and detailed descriptions of supposed witchcraft activities fueled the paranoia and hysteria of the witch hunts. Despite its impact, the book was heavily criticized, even in its own time. Many scholars and clergymen condemned its misogynistic views and its dubious theological and legal arguments. Nevertheless, its legacy is one of terror and suffering, as it contributed significantly to the persecution of thousands of women, men, and children accused of witchcraft. Today, the Malleus Maleficarum stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of superstition, ignorance, and unchecked authority. It is a chilling testament to a dark chapter in human history, when fear and hatred led to unspeakable atrocities. Our next book is a mysterious text that has puzzled scholars and mystics alike. The Book of Soyga, discovered in the possession of John Dee, a renowned Elizabethan mathematician, astrologer, and alchemist. The Book of Soyga, also known as Alderaya, is an esoteric treatise filled with enigmatic writings and magical formulas. Dee, an advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, was deeply interested in the occult and believed the book held profound mystical secrets. The book is written in Latin and contains over 40,000 unique words, many of which are unrecognizable and believed to be part of a complex cipher. The final pages are particularly intriguing, featuring tables of letters that have defied all attempts at decryption. Dee himself was unable to fully decipher the book, despite his extensive knowledge and expertise. In his quest to unlock the book's secrets, Dee turned to spiritual and mystical means, consulting with the scryer Edward Kelly. Together, they claimed to communicate with angels, hoping to gain insights into the book's true meaning. According to their accounts, the angels revealed that the Book of Soyga contained knowledge from the time of Adam, but they could not fully elucidate its mysteries. After Dee's death, the Book of Soyga was lost for centuries, until 2 copies were rediscovered in the British Library and the Bodleian Library in the 20th century. Despite modern advances in cryptography and the efforts of numerous scholars, the book's final pages remain undeciphered, continuing to intrigue and baffle those who encounter it. Will we ever uncover the secrets hidden within its pages? Or will the Book of Soyga remain an enigma, guarding its mysteries from prying eyes? Our next book is known as the Devil's Bible. For its ominous contents and eerie legend, the Codex Gigas, believed to have been created in the early 13th century by a monk in the Benedictine monastery of Podlages in Bohemia. The Codex Gigas is the largest medieval manuscript in the world, weighing an astounding 165 pounds. According to legend, the book was written by a monk who had broken his monastic vows and was sentenced to be walled up alive. Desperate to avoid his grim fate, the monk made a pact with the devil, promising to complete the entire manuscript in a single night in exchange for his soul. The devil agreed, and by morning, the Codex Gigas was complete, featuring an entire page dedicated to an illustration of Satan himself. While this story may be a mere legend, the Codex Gigas does contain a full-page depiction of the devil, which has contributed to its dark reputation. The manuscript also includes the entire Latin Vulgate Bible, as well as various other texts on history, medicine, and exorcism, making it a comprehensive compendium of medieval knowledge. Despite its size and the supernatural legend surrounding its creation, the Codex Gigas is also remarkable, its uniformity, and the consistency of its script. This has led some to speculate it was indeed the work of a single scribe, although likely over a much longer period than one night. Throughout its history, the Codex Gigas has seen its share of turmoil. It was seized by the Swedish army during the 30 Years' War and taken to Stockholm, where it remains today in the National Library of Sweden. Its dark past and imposing presence continue to captivate and mystify those who encounter it. Is the Codex Gigas truly the work of a man who sold his soul to the devil, or is it simply an extraordinary feat of medieval craftsmanship? Its eerie legend and the chilling depiction of Satan ensure that the Devil's Bible will forever remain a source of fascination and fear. Our next book is reputed to be one of the most powerful and dangerous grimoires in existence. The Grand Grimoire, also known as Le Dragon Rouge. The Grand Grimoire is a notorious book of black magic, said to date back to the 16th century. Its contents are believed to be so potent that merely possessing the book could endanger one's soul. The Grand Grimoire is divided into two parts. The first part details methods for summoning and making pacts with demonic entities, including Lucifer himself. The second part contains instructions for creating powerful talismans and performing rituals to obtain supernatural abilities and immense wealth. One of the most infamous rituals described in the Grand Grimoire is the Pactum Servilis, a ceremony to summon and bind Lucifer's chief minister, Lucifuge Rufical. According to legend, those who successfully perform this ritual can gain immense power and knowledge, but at a terrible cost. The origins of the Grand Grimoire are shrouded in mystery. Some believe it was written by Honorius of Thebes, a mythical figure said to have compiled various ancient texts on sorcery. Others suggest it might be a compilation of older, occult manuscripts passed down through secretive magical orders. Despite its sinister reputation, the Grand Grimoire has fascinated occultists and scholars for centuries. Its influence can be seen in various works of fiction, and it continues to be a source of inspiration for those interested in the dark arts. Today, the the Grand Grimoire remains one of the most elusive and dangerous books ever written. Its pages are filled with the promise of power, but also with the potential for peril. Would you risk your soul to uncover its secrets? Or will you let the Grand Grimoire remain a forbidden text, too perilous to pursue? Our next book is one of the most controversial publications of the 20th century, the Anarchist Cookbook. Written by William Powell and first published in 1971, the Anarchist Cookbook emerged during a time of significant social and political upheaval, intended as a manual for protesters and revolutionaries. The book contains detailed instructions on making explosives, weapons, and various illicit substances. The Anarchist Cookbook quickly became infamous for its content, while Powell claimed that he wrote the book as a response to government oppression and to empower individuals. Its explicit instructions on violence and sabotage sparked widespread controversy and condemnation. Over the years, the book has been linked to various acts of violence and attacks, leading to bans and restrictions in several countries. Powell himself later disavowed the book, expressing regret for its publication and the harm it caused. Despite its controversial nature, the Anarchist Cookbook continues to circulate, often online. Its legacy is a testament to the power of words and the potential consequences of spreading dangerous knowledge. The debate surrounding the Anarchist Cookbook raises important questions about censorship, freedom of speech, and the responsibility that comes with disseminating information. It remains a potent symbol of rebellion, but also a cautionary tale about the dark side of unfettered access to dangerous knowledge. The good news is you can find it on Amazon if you're interested in reading it. Our last book has the most controversial name amongst the ones we've talked about today, is a cornerstone of modern Satanism, the Satanic Bible. Written by Anton LaVey and published in 1969, the Satanic Bible lays out the philosophies and rituals of the Church of Satan. LaVey, known as the Black Pope, established the church in 1966, blending elements of occultism, philosophy, and satire to create a new religious movement. The Satanic Bible is divided into 4 books: the Book of Satan, the Book of Lucifer, the Book of Belial, and the Book of Leviathan. Each section covers different aspects of LaVey's philosophy, including the rejection of traditional religious values, the celebration of individualism, and the use of ritual magic. Despite its provocative title and content, the Satanic Bible does not promote the worship of the devil as a literal being. Instead, it advocates for self-empowerment, rational self-interest, and the pursuit of personal gratification. LaVey's brand of Satanism is more about challenging societal norms and embracing one's own desires and instincts. Since its publication, the Satanic Bible has sparked controversy and fear among those who misunderstand its message. It has been blamed for inspiring acts of violence and has been banned in some countries. However, many of its readers see it as a powerful manifesto for personal freedom and self-determination. Despite the controversies, the Satanic Bible remains a significant and influential work in the realm of modern occultism and alternative religious thought. It has inspired countless followers and continues to provoke debate and discussion. Would you dare to explore its pages and embrace its radical ideas, or will you turn away from the dark philosophies it espouses? Throughout history, these forbidden books have captured our imaginations, intrigued our minds, and stirred our deepest fears, from cursed manuscripts and cryptic texts to controversial manuals and dark philosophies. Each of these volumes holds a unique place in the annals of forbidden knowledge. The Necronomicon, with its tales of madness and cosmic horror, the Voynich Manuscript, an undeciphered enigma, the Malleus Maleficarum, a grim relic of persecution, the Book of Soyga, a mystical puzzle, the Codex Gigas, a massive tome with a devilish legend, the Grand Grimoire, a manual of dark magic, the Anarchist Cookbook, a controversial guide to anarchy, and the Satanic Bible, a manifesto of modern Satanism. These books remind us of the power of the written word and the lengths to which humanity will go to seek or suppress forbidden knowledge. They serve as cautionary tales, urging us to question what we know and what we fear, whether driven by curiosity, rebellion, or the pursuit of power. Those who dare to explore these forbidden texts must be prepared to face the consequences, for within their pages lie secrets that may be best left undiscovered. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the shadows of literature. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more stories from the dark corners of history. And remember, sometimes knowledge comes at a price.